All right, everyone, we are here with War 2 against NewN. Today, I will be taking in Purgatory, Ironheart, and Titania. I've got Path 2 in Section 1, Path 4 in Section 2 sharing it, and then 3 fights, 1 on each shared island. So, starting off here in Section 1, Path 2, taking Manthing, taking this with Titania to avoid the Deja Vu giving me a placebo. I am going to alternate parry, medium, light, medium, parry, heavy, so that we don't give any unnecessary power. To be honest, when I took this fight, I didn't check to make sure that preventing a buff gives him power through prey on feeble. So I just went with that route because it would just be really simple. Plus, chaining in heavies just gets the AI to be a bit more aggressive. So, yeah. This is pretty much the force counter fight, as in you need to send a counter to Manthing and the node, and causing a path split here. So, fight starts off pretty simple. Parry, medium, light, medium. Parry, heavy. Rinse and repeat. I think I go special 2 to special 1. I might go to special 3s and just continue this rotation. Sorry, go to special 3 and then continue this rotation. I think it was special 3. So, going well so far. Not taking any unnecessary hits. The gray boost I use combat regen just so that I don't have to add extra potions later. Heavy, bait out the special 2. Go into special 3. And go in for heavy chaining. Yep, I decide in this moment to say F it. Does not look like it gives him any extra crazy amounts of power. We have a nice stack of Furies here. Go in, back to the rotation. And this should just about do it. Medium light, medium relic, into a heavy. And that does it. So pretty simple. Next up, another attempt at capturing a skill soul, which I thought would be easier here. So we're taking this with Purgatory. Only real thing to look out for is the root. There's a strike counter on this node now that increases his ability power rate, but he doesn't have any abilities that involve power gain, so it's nothing. What we're looking out for here is encroaching stun, which we cannot avoid. We're going to get rooted every 12 seconds. So the game plan going in, no parry, no heavies, was going to be to always have a special attack ready for when the root is going to trigger. He intercepts us there like a douche. And if they have a special attack and it's close to the root, we are not going to bait it out. We're just going to let him hold it. So we're going to block bait heavies in the scenario that we don't have a special attack. So that time we had a special attack. I was hoping to throw special 1, but we got to special 2 from that, and that's fine. Here we got to special 1. Now, so I'm in Demonic Rampage now. I was hoping to stay in it because the fight's probably not going to last long enough to get 10 souls. And having to end with a special attack was going to be risky. But thanks to Root, I believe, and the fact that he kind of turtles here, yep, I'm going to exit Demonic Rampage. It was Root. I wanted to kind of wait out Root there and not get caught. We are now out of Demonic Rampage, and here I thought maybe the special 1 will finish him after a full combo, and it doesn't. So what happened was we ended up, and there's a scenario where he has bars of power, but I don't want him to throw it until the root ends. So I turtled up, and then we ended him, unfortunately, without capturing the soul. So that will make a fight a little more interesting later. Move on, section 2, path 4. We wait for this void to come down. Once he's down, we're taking this rank 4 dust that is on the very annoying placement for her. Steady build up unblockable with, I think it's 1 too many hits. It's just on a cycle. No, because a 10 combo removes it. Anyways, I've taken this with Ironheart in the off season. I've never taken it with Ironheart in season. We don't have a rank 3 Death Strike, but we have a few rank 3 Ironhearts, and it just worked out that I had a spot on my team. So game plan here, get our openings for parries off the medium to start. Once we get to tracking, we can actually parry off any of her attacks, since the light attacks that don't make contact will actually be able to be parried. Now that we're tracked here, we're going to build Incinerates as much as we possibly can as we get to Special 2. We are paying attention to that Power Sting. It came off there, so we threw the big bursty Special 2, and we are just going to rinse and repeat that till the end. Hopefully it works out, that we are placing Incinerates often enough that we don't get sand on us, at least while we have a Power Sting, because that will cause Dust to go completely unblockable, and thanks to that heal block debuff there, we are never going to get rid of the unblockable if she goes unblockable. So there, decide to throw a Special 1, lay on a few more Incinerates. Doing great so far. Only had 2 debuffs on us at a time. Decide to heavy there to knock down to bait out a Special 1. Cause a little aggro. Here I think we get a sand. Nope. It's near the end. Coming up, I promise. Special 1 here, trying to bait it out. Just not having it. We have the Power Sting, and it's here we get the sand. Boom! She is unblockable, but luckily we are at Special 2 here. Gonna see if I can work an intercept, get it. Decide to throw the Special 2, even though Power Sting is on us, in hopes of ending the fight, and we finish it. So I think that's my Ironheart debut. No, I took a Negasonic Teenage Warhead last season. So next up, Thanos here. Now we were trying to get that skill soul for this fight, but it was because of Thanos' unstoppable in his kit, not for this node. And it actually would have been a lot easier to trigger the slow once in Demonic Rampage here, because if we knock him down, right back at it prevents debuffs, and that's enough to cause the passive slow. So here I was super nervous. Don't have a counter to his slow, which meant I'm probably going to eat some unblockable hits from pushing him into, some unstoppable hits from pushing him into unblockable. So I decide going in, hey, we're going to play it slow. If it looks like he's got 2 and he's over a bar of power, just going to bait that out. Here I kind of break my own rule on that, but it was because I was so close to Special 2, I just went, hey, I want to throw this Special 2. And I do. Special 2's fewer hits than Special 1. No unstoppable charges there or counterpunch charges, so I assumed it was safe to throw that Special 2. And it's going pretty well so far. There's going to be one more hit into unstoppable, but with how slow, there it is, with how slow I end up playing this fight, it actually is very manageable to where you won't die from triggering unstoppable too much. Decide to heavy there before the Special 3 to remove the protection from ebb and flow. Throw the Special 3, do a nice big chunk of damage. Luckily only 1 counter punch charge here, so I see that as an opportunity to go in. Still 1 counter punch charge, so an opportunity to throw a big Special 2. See that he's near 3 charges and has a Special 1, so I back off to let a little bit of time expire, and those 2 counter punch charges are gone. Heavy knockdown for the Fury and the removal of the protection, and we end the fight there. So don't like that I didn't have the skill soul, but evidently we don't need it. Next, we move on to my scariest fight. Arcade was placed on Power Snack, steady build up, unblockable, which is sort of okay, but also sort of super annoying. So this is obviously to remove any of his true counters, because they're mostly all cosmic, and this is going to cause a lot of damage. So we decide to go in with a buff immune, Titania, and we figure the game plan is that we can push him to Special 2, bait out the Special 2, deal with the 3 tokens by parry, heavying, or retaliating his heavy with a heavy, and then going right back at it. Couple negatives here. You're just hoping that Arcade doesn't throw Special 1 into your block. And I mess up there with that heavy. So I'm going to avoid that trap, but I don't mess up that heavy. You're assuming he's not going to throw into your block. And if he does, like that, I would practice what I just did there. Don't dash all the way back at the beginning. Let the trap go on top of you, then dash back, get out of it to prevent poison, and then work between the wall and the trap as best as you can until it expires. Yeah, this is kind of the hope that we can constantly push him to special 2. Now, why am I throwing special 2s instead of going to special 3? Well, what I don't want happening is to put him in his corner, and then in the middle of chaining heavies, he just decides to throw a special attack, and then we get those debuffs on us, and then we end up with an unblockable arcade, which is going to cause a lot more problems than what we're dealing with right now, which is him just throwing special 1s into our block. So yeah, learn that trick if you're going to send a buff immune here. Fight was going pretty slow. We're a minute, almost 30 in. He's only 25% down. Obviously, him throwing special 1s has slowed it down significantly, just like that there. Obviously, if he's throwing special 2s and we're just having to manage those tokens, it's a little bit easier or faster of a fight. And then you're probably asking yourself while watching this, why isn't MP going to the special 3 and chaining heavies against the wall? And I already explained that. I don't want to risk making an unblockable arcade. But we get to a point in this fight with how much health he has left and the time left on the clock where I just decide I have to go with the special 3. And you're going to see exactly why I didn't want to. So managing it pretty well. At least he hasn't gone unblockable yet. And once he's unblockable, we're probably going to be stuck unblockable. No, there's no node debuff. So at least there's that. Yeah, it's kind of hard, kind of not. I mean, have to retaliate those heavies. So I've done that a couple times where I don't realize it's actually coming because I can't believe that it's actually coming. And then I get resisted on the first hit instead of eating it, and then I can't retaliate because I actually feel like I need to back up. I think it's right about here to decide, yeah, this is taking too long. We're almost at 2 minutes. And he's still got a lot of health left. We're only at 50% here. Yeah, decide to heavy into the special 3. We go in, start chaining heavies. What does he do? Throws a special 2 during the second heavy. So now we've got a problem. We've got an arcade that can auto block, and I try to go hit block here, and he intercepts right about here. We've also got so many debuffs on us that he's unblockable. So can't really bait heavies using our block. I'm hoping that I can let these DOTs expire. He'll not be unblockable like he's not now, and then I won't die from block damage getting to the whatever I need to get to finish this fight. So here, kind of locked in. Relic, push him to special 2. Bait it out. He throws it right away. Thank God. Please don't kill me on my block. Great. Luckily, there's no heal block, so the poison sting or the power sting is healing us. And at this point, I realize, you know what? I don't want to do special 3 heavy chain, but we got to do special 3 heavy chain. It's going to be the only way we can win this. So knock him down there. Get to our special 3. Go in. Risk it for the biscuit. Heavy chain. First heavy takes him out. So we clutched it. Thank God. Don't want to do that ever again, but probably going to have to. Last fight of the war. Knull here. Hazard shift. Incinerate and shock. We're going to take this with Purgatory. She's Incinerate immune, and I actually got Odin's placed here to deal with the shock. However, you get Fate Sealed at the beginning of this fight, thanks to the new node ability. So that's not worth it. Don't try to place Odin's here. It's not going to help you. So now we have to fight during the Incinerate phase, and during the shock phase, back off. If we have to bait special attacks out during the shock phase like we're going to here, take the 1-hit possible shock risk to get the unblockable on you instead of on Knull. Last thing you want to do is give that man unblockable while you're cornered. Wait it out, get to the Incinerate phase, and then start hacking away at his health, block baiting heavies to push him to special 2. And you see there that special 2 does so much damage when in demonic rampage. So it's really, really nice. Our damage is very, very good. So, yeah, I'm just stalling here in the shock phase. waiting it out. Remember, this node still has insult to injury. We are out of demonic rampage, so these hits are not going to be as big. Trying to work back into it with our combo here. Neutralize hasn't really built up that much. Shock phase again. There's the retaliate, so we hold on to the unblockable. Funny enough, we're intercepting him here. Just had the timing down really well. Gets a few shocks on us. Does a full combo against the wall as we build into the incinerate phase, which is perfect. It means I didn't have to try and dex a special 2 against the wall. Go in with a special 1 just to get some health back, but also push him all the way to his wall while we still are in the incinerate phase. Throws the special 2, get the unblockable back. Kind of slap him around a few times just to not give up too much room on the field. Nearing the end of the shock. Please don't throw a special 1. Thank God his AI is not like Arcade's. And then we finish it with a special 2 in Demonic Rampage. And that was the end of my war. So, Purgatory showing out again. We lost this war 4-20. So I said we were learning last war. But, I mean, we ran into new placements and newer challenges. So, it's going to be a whole season of learning. Even when we do well, we're not going to be able to relax. We're going to have to figure things out as we go. And yeah, other alliances are in the same boat. You can see here New Nation pulling off the same death count as TCN with 4. So props to them. Not mad. Just is what it is. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe, give it a like, and I'll catch you guys at the next war.